this is Fantasy-esque and welcome back to Niche Faerie Flowers. Before we begin, I want to say a very special welcome to my channel members. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it immensely. We are picking up with one of our two new Pixie gods. So we have over here God Akira. He joined the tribe in the previous episode by invitation of Faerie King Ilium, because he was kind of loitering around in the grasses. Now, this is exciting news because he's going to bring us new genes, even if it's not necessarily through immunities like the blind Pixie we found earlier. He has different coloring. Look, he's got a digging paw and a bunch of other things that our current tribe doesn't have. So I am very excited to bring him back in. Not only that, but his arrival, hopefully in the future, should help us out with finding mates for some of our ladies who are currently going without one. So okay guys, without further ado, let's dive right in. We are starting off with 199 nesting material, 241 food, and 12 nichelings. So we also have Princess Vesjane on the nest. And for those of you who have forgotten, such as myself, I had to remind myself at the beginning of this episode, Vesjane is the eldest daughter of Faerie King Ilium, my goodness. And she is currently mated to the king's brother, Prince Salium, so that's her uncle. And they have had one child together. They have had this adorable little girl called Monarch, who's a fairy, but she's a god, and she has just the prettiest cookie coloring that she inherited from her father, and the purple eyes, which is just like a cherry on top, you know? Cherry on top. So that has me excited. Faerie King Ilium has produced 4 children so far, 2 princes and 2 princesses. So we have his eldest, Princess Vesjane. Then we have this boy back here. We have Prince Eld, who is going to be our next king, so he's heir. Then we had his brother Sin, and then his sister Princess Rose. So that was between Faerie King Ilium and Rotharia, right over here. Now their sister Githania, she has not found a mate yet. And I have been trying to think ahead and figure out what sort of mate we would need for our prince. So Prince Eld actually needs a fairy with F and I, because he has G and D immunity. So we don't have an F and I female. We desperately need one, but not just any F and I. It has to be a fairy. So for example, even though God Yevina has B and E, she cannot breed with the future king because she is a pixie and only fairies are allowed to breed with future kings. So all of that happening. Now I want to continue our explorations and our wonderful adventures and exploits in this land. So Rotharia, let's go get that bundle, do some hunting. There we go. And then Eld, dive into the grasses, get that bundle. There we go. Even more hunting going on. Very exciting stuff. Okay, let's clear away those grasses. Let's help these guys out a little bit as well. Okay, Akira, can you hunt? No, he cannot. So this must be left to the king. We got a mole. And let's clear away that bit of grass. Let's jump here and clear this away. Excellent. So I don't know how many other nichelings we're going to find in this island. We've cleared almost all of it, and we have this little patch left. We discovered these 2 really cool nichelings kind of in the middle, so I don't know, we'll have to see. And then to decide which port to head off to. Some of you have been saying that I should go ahead and take more of a dangerous port so that we can go ahead and find some new genes, and we can find stumps where we can call out. Right now, the only other option we have is a jungle, and I don't know if a jungle would be a wise choice. I mean, look, there's a skull there, guys. There's a skull there, and I don't know if we want our nichelings to die. We have enough issues as it is in terms of breeding, so we might just go for one of these flower islands. I haven't decided which one just yet. But, okay, let's turn the day and see what sort of pretty baby Princess Vesjane is going to have this time around. Oh, an albino little boy! That's exciting. So we got an albino boy, another fairy, and oh my goodness, who died? The king has passed away, everyone. The king has died. Okay, I was talking here about Prince Eld being the future king and his like what kind of mate he needed to have. All of it. I was talking about all of this, not even realizing that our king was on his last day. I would have given him more attention had I known. But okay, well, we need to go ahead. First thing, name this little baby. I don't want to forget about him. Also, all of these kids are inheriting, unfortunately, their father's frog legs. That's going to be a bit of an issue in terms of mobility. But I think we should be okay, because we don't have too many frog-legged nichelings. But I'm going to name this little boy. He's going to be God Erema. So God Erema, welcome to the family. And let's see my boys. We need our prince over here, far away from his father, not too far away, but, you know, across the island from his father. He has just received the news that the king has passed, and he is now inheriting that title, so we must give him his kingstones, and then we must change his title to Faerie King Eld. Doesn't that sound so regal? Faerie King Eld. I love it. Sounds very elegant. Okay. We don't have a female with F and I, as we would. We had a boy with F and I, so really, Vesjane and Salium could produce. They could produce a child that has F and I, and that's really what we need. If Erema was a girl, everything would have been perfect. Everything would have been perfect. Unfortunately, he's not. So his parents are gonna have to try again, or we might get to breed Yevina with someone. So Yevina is now an adult. She's gonna get her last Godstone. She is blind, so that's something we have to look out for. But we could breed her and see what we can get. So she is new, which means, and her genes, we don't have these immunities in the tribe. So we could really breed her with anyone. Like Alfei. Alfei is the older brother of Salium and younger brother of King Ilium. So let's see, maybe we should breed him with Yevina. Maybe. That might actually be a good mix. That might be a very good mix. Because he's a fairy. He's not a full fairy, but if he breeds with the Yevina, they have a 25% chance of producing a fairy. And really, we need that 25% chance. So I think that might be good. And as long as they can produce a daughter that doesn't have D, that's gonna work out really well for us. So, let me go ahead. Where is Alfei? Alfei? Oh, Alfei's back here. He's only gonna be able to have one child with Yevina, but I feel as though it's worth a try. So I'm gonna bring Yevina on down, actually. She's very bad fertility, but look! Okay, it worked on the first go, so fingers crossed. We have a child that is not blind with Yevina, a female that doesn't have D. And then we essentially will have a mate lined up. Oh, also, this child needs to be a fairy. So, we'll try with that. I mean, the only other male we would have had to breed Yevina with would have been Prince Sin. But Prince Sin, he's got big nose and sticky tongue. So they would have 0 chance of producing a fairy. Right now, Prince Alfei is our only chance at getting a potential mate. We still can rely on Vesjane and Salium. Look, they have days, so we don't have to rush or anything for them. We still have a chance of producing the nicheling that we need. Okay, Sin. Okay, let's grab some berries. Come back here. Let's see. Little Monarch is gonna try and play with the bundles a little bit. And probably gonna want to check out her younger brother. Vesjane, let's collect up these berries and hop out of the way. We might send her prowling in a bit. So she can help out with some of these things. Okay, Salium can't really move much. I want Salium to stay close to Vesjane. Should they need to breed again. And Alfei, let's see. He has a few days left with him. He's got 3 days. I don't know if he'll be able to see his baby or not. He might not be. We'll try though. We'll try our best. Okay, Faerie King Eld. Let's clear that away. He's found a nest. I mean, if that isn't a sign, I don't know what is. Obviously, the first thing a king has to do is expand his family. he has to secure his heir. That's the first thing they have to do. Unfortunately for him, it's kind of not working out. Now, I have to make sure that these god children get their godstones and I don't forget. I have to keep an eye out for that. Just because they were born from princes and princesses doesn't mean they are royalty as well. Okay, let's turn the day. Nothing new has been discovered. Nothing new at all. Okay, I'm almost wondering if we can kind of wiggle Yevina over. And try and get it to that nest, maybe? Let's keep grabbing our nuts. She's gonna grab some berries. Just so that she can kind of give birth in that nest. I think that's what I might want to do. Okay, as for the rest of you, Sin, let's grab some berries. Vesjane is going to grab these berries. We'll get Salium to help out, I think, in this corner. Let's see, Agira, don't worry about any of that. Let's clear away these spots. And oh, little itty bitty monarch. She needs a godstone. Is that it? I think that's it, the purple one. So we'll give her that. You guys are just going deeper and deeper into, not the jungle, but the forest per se. And Eld is gonna go, there we go, do a hunt. Excellent, excellent work. Excellent work, my king. Okay, Ratharia, his mother, is just going to guide him from up there. And, oh, let's see, there's so many bundles here. It makes me so happy. So happy, so many bundles. Okay, let's turn the day. Now, unfortunately, I don't think Alpha is going to be able to see his child. I think he's going to pass away the day the baby's born. Yes, he's going to pass away. He's not going to see his baby. That makes me so sad. That makes me so sad. But, you know what? They fostered some affection with each other, so that's good. I don't know, I feel like their romance was a bit too fleeting for it to have been, like something of their own accord necessarily. I feel as though this was a match made by the king. I think Eld made this match, in hopes of producing a mate for himself. I think that's what has gone on. So, Yevina can't really do much as a blind nicheling, as a blind pixie, and I think she thought the best way to help would be by, you know, trying to produce a mate, introduce some of those immunities into the tribe, and this arrangement was done between her and Alpha by the king. So I don't know if they would have really much affection between them. They kind of just did what was needed of them at the time. Okay, Monarch, help out with that. Your little brother is going to try and wiggle his way around here as well. And Sin is going to help out with some of these berry collecting. None of you nichelings really can't go and hunt, so I won't tell you to do that. Agira, let's jump here, clear that away. And then Salium. Okay, let's get Githania. Let's get Githania moving. And then Salium can wiggle this way. There we go. Sticking very close to Vesjane. And did someone get leeched? Who got leeched? Oh, Alpha got Alpha. Don't get leeched, Alpha. Okay, we're gonna get that leech off of him. I think that's the least. That's the least Yevina can do at this point. And darn it, I wanted her to get to a nest, and we're not gonna be able to. So she's gonna have to have her baby right over here. Oh well, right next to the tree with Alpha. I mean, she's blind, so she's gonna stick close to the male she was sent to for this. And oh, this is so sad. They didn't get to know each other long enough to foster, like, much affection, but I think she would still... I mean, right now, he's the closest nicheling member that she knows. She was discovered by Ratharia, but Ratharia's kind of gone off and, she's doing her own thing. Yevina's been sent down here, so obviously as a blind nicheling, she's going to cling to whoever's kind of looking after her at that point in time. Okay, Rose, let's go Let's go do that hunt. The king's gonna jump down really quick and grab some of that. And then I think he's gonna hop back up here. We'll get Rotharia to clear away some of this, grab some berries. Oh, let's hop on up here. There we go. And guys, with that said and done, I'm gonna leave off. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.